Right now, the Dodgers lineup is a well-oiled machine. If you look around the infield, we have star power at first with Freddie Freeman, shortstop with Mookie Betts, and Max Muncy holding down the hot corner. There is one glaring hole, second base. And while it seems like Santiago Espinal is going to handle the duties against left-handed pitching, that's the question. Who will start against righties? And it seems like the Dodgers have made their decision. They chose to option Hyeseong Kim back to AAA a couple days ago, and that sparked a lot of debate online. Many fans looked at the stats that Kim was putting up in spring training versus the stats that Freeland was putting up. And if we're looking at just the basic stats, it looks like Kim blows him out of the water. But this is the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they'll look at more than just the face value stats. In this video, we're going to dive into the underlying metrics as to why the Los Angeles Dodgers would choose to keep Alex Freeland in the majors and send Hyeseong Kim back down. When comparing their approaches, we have two different players. Hyeseong Kim has more of a slashing approach, trying to slap the ball and just put it in play and makes things happen with his elite speed. Alex Freeland, on the other hand, has elite plate discipline and is looking more to launch the ball and create home runs rather than just putting the ball in play like Hyeseong Kim. If Alex Freeland hits the ball 10 feet in front of the catcher, he's out. If Hyeseong Kim hits the ball 10 feet in front of the catcher, there's always the opportunity for something to happen because he creates that danger with his speed. And there's one more thing Alex Freeland has that's an advantage. It's his ability to switch hit. He can start on days there's a left-handed pitcher. Hyeseong Kim, on the other hand, not great. His stats versus lefties are pretty poor, and I think that gives Alex Freeland 1 point. I don't think we need to compare their defense capability. Hyeseong Kim is a shortstop in the KBO who won multiple gold gloves. He's playing second base right now only because Mookie Betts is holding down short. Alex Freeland, on the other hand, is one of the most polished infielders in the Dodgers system overall. He has excellent fundamentals and makes the spectacular plays look easy. But enough of me talking, let's get into the stats. Now, I know Hyeseong Kim didn't have enough at-bats to qualify for the percentile rankings, but if we look here, the only thing that's red on this chart is his launch angle sweet spot percentage. But if we look down to his K percentage, he was striking out 30.6% of the time while only walking for 4.1%. He also never really barreled the ball, only barreling the ball percentage 2.7%. He has really low bat speed and he doesn't hit the ball hard either. Hyeseong Kim is the definition of slapping it into play and getting on base. But he does have a couple home runs under his belt, so he does have the ability to send one over the fence if everything goes right. Now, if we look at Alex Freeland's stats from last year, we see a couple of things that are more red on his chart. Again, he didn't have enough ABs to qualify either, but we do see better underlying metrics for him. For example, he had a ridiculously low chase percentage. He only chased 19.3% of the time. He also walked 11.3% of the time. Like him, he strikes out a lot, 36.1% of the time. But he makes up for it with being able to draw a walk 11.3% of the time. That means he's working the count a lot better than Hyeseong Kim, driving the starting pitcher's pitch count up and being able to make an at-bat feel longer. Now, there's many benefits to making an at-bat longer. Your teammates get to see the pitcher longer, they get to see the pitch mix, they get to see how he's attacking you, things like that. So the more pitches you see per at-bat, the better. They've been able to take more at-bats in spring training. And thanks to TJ Stats, we're actually able to pull up some of that data now. Well, if we look at the spring training numbers, on the surface, Freeland's 111 batting average looks like a joke compared to Kim's 308. But if we look at the expected weighted on-base average, Kim's is in the 5th percentile, while Alex Freeland's is in the 41st percentile. This could tell us that Kim is getting lucky on some weak bloopers or he's beating out some weak infield singles, while Freeland was actually hitting the ball significantly better but getting unlucky with line drives straight to fielders. The Dodgers believe that the math will eventually correct itself. Another thing we can look at is the bright pink bar at the bottom of Freeland's chart. His swing percentage on outside pitches is in the 100th percentile. He literally does not chase pitches outside of the zone. Because he never chases, his walk rate is in the 95th percentile, walking at almost 22% of the time. Even though Freeland is hitting just 111, his on-base percentage is only slightly lower than Kim's at 300 compared to 372. Kim's batting average is almost 200 points higher. That means Freeland is getting on base purely through elite plate discipline. And when Freeland actually does decide to swing, he's barreling the ball more often, 11.1% of the time compared to 4% of the time. Even with his super passive approach, Freeland is squaring up the baseball at an above average rate. Kim is barely scratching it. What might have sealed the deal for Freeland earning this spot is his massive improvement over his 2025 numbers so far. While Hyeseong Kim is in the 8th percentile for strikeout rate, Freeland is in the 60th percentile. That means he's above average at avoiding strikeouts. It seems Freeland was able to fix his strikeout issue that he was showing last year, while Kim's got worse. Now, I don't think Hyeseong Kim is a bad player at all. I'm one of his biggest fans. I wish he was starting. Unfortunately, I think this may be the right moves for the Dodgers right now. Kim needs consistent at-bats to get his swing back. While he was with us during spring training, he was hitting the ball really well. He left to go play in the World Baseball Classic for his country, which, no fault to him, anyone who had the opportunity would go. But it seems like he may have fallen into his old mechanics, and when he came back, continued to strike out at a high rate. That is something that can be fixed with more ABs that he would get consistently in AAA. Dave also said he would play all around the field, shortstop, second, center, getting reps everywhere he needed. Getting reps where he may be able to come up and help the team later in the year. It seems like this roster spot is also mostly just a bench piece. When you think of who you want coming off the bench, do you want the guy who can walk 22% of the time, not chase, and has elite plate discipline, and when he does swing, can actually barrel the ball? Or do you want someone who swings at junk in the dirt or outside the plate? When he does put the ball in play, can be electric and maybe get on base, but will more likely strike out. And I do want to point out that Freeland's patience also used to get him in trouble in 2025. He would take a lot of pitches in the zones for a strike because of his reluctancy to swing. But it seems like he's fixed that issue now and striking out less than he did last year and swinging more at pitches in the zone. So, what do you guys think? After digging through the underlying data and seeing why the Dodgers would want this bench piece specifically for right now, while Edman and Kike get healthy, do you wish Kim's still on the roster and have Freeland sit down? Or are you going to trust the Dodgers FO to do what they do and lead us to another World Series win? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe. Thanks.